Jim and Romulus and I had just worked on Heathen Valley, and that's how the three of us met. And through the course of that process, Jim had the opportunity to read all of Romulus's plays. And it blew him away, the scope of the material. So he said, I think somebody should do the entire body of work of Romulus Lenny.
Jim Houghton, who had been an actor in a play of mine, came up to me and said, Romulus, what would you say to a whole season of your plays? And I said, sit down, you'll feel better in a minute, you know.
And Jim said, yeah, let's do a season.
I had never dreamed of anything like that happening.
Romulus says, yeah, baby, let's go look at the space.
He wasn't kidding and he wasn't dreaming. He really meant it. He trusted the theater, that this would work out, that this would be all right, that this could happen. And it did.
When Jim Houghton said, what about your being playwright-in-residence? You know, it's chilling. It's chilling because you're in heavy company.
Well, first, you should know that the phone call is a little bit like, hi, you've just won $728 billion.
It was a great event in my life the day that Jim Houghton called me and wrote me, and I came to meet him.
The guy called me up on the 12th year, I believe, of signature. And I think I said, it's about damn time.
Our great writers, the writers that we would say have defined theater in the second half of the 20th century, these types of writers like still exist in this landscape in which they're put under the pressure of like what's been their latest commercial hit.
I mean, critics were sort of saying, oh my God, we damn near forgot.
My father had a little bit of a comeback, but he was kind of struggling.
It's fine to be known in the resident theater throughout the country. That's important, but it's very hard to make a career as a playwright if New York isn't paying attention to you.
I know lots of young writers that their dream is to someday have Signature do a season of their work. So even when a play doesn't go well, they can imagine that in 40 years, when Signature picks them and they revive this play, it'll be part of their season, people will understand it.
Because what that did for me, as I'm sure it has for other playwrights, is that it validated what I have been doing with my life.
Every writer must have said, you know, they all keep coming back, and then the reason they keep coming back is because they had an incredible experience. It's rejuvenating.
It was in, I think roughly 7,236 ways, a completely wonderful experience for me.
I think it's one of the first times in a major way that I felt totally involved and wanted and needed.
He got to sort of belong in a way that he hadn't belonged ever.
You know, when you're a writer and you walk in there, you feel, I really am a part of, an ongoing part of this theater and not just somebody they did 10 or 20 years ago.
I mean, I think what you've created here is family.